Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Games and Things. It's time for Games and Things 41st anniversary sale. 41 years, people. Everything in the store is on sale up to 50% off. New virtual pinball machines. This is cool. They include over 1,000 different games in one machine. That's pretty strong. Very cool. New items on sale. Discontinued models on sale. It's the 41st anniversary sale at Games and Things, because life should be fun. They make it fun. This 41st anniversary sale will make it fun for you. Get in there. As I said, everything in the store up to 50% off. Good deal. Games and Things. All right. Had to rework this segment because, as I said in our tease, most of it, we do our picks a week out when it's the open date because everybody's gathered together. It's the normal crew. So last week we did Tennessee, Kentucky. Chuck put the line up there, and most of us took Tennessee. And the thinking was Mark Stoops does not like to throw the ball. They're always 13th or 14th in the league in passing. He's very conservative. If Tennessee can build a lead, this is not a Kentucky team that is built for comebacks. They've run fewer plays than anybody in the SEC. Tennessee's run more. It was a stylistic battle, so we all picked Tennessee. And then Mississippi State went and did that last night. So we were right, kind of. But now that makes me wonder, Kentucky's not going to be overlooking you. Kentucky's going to have their backs against the wall when Tennessee goes up there. It's a different feel for this game now. What do you expect when Tennessee visits Lexington next week?
I think it's going to be a close game. I thought either way, but even before last night, I thought it was going to be close. Now I'm even more convinced because I'm sure Kentucky will bounce back and have a better game than they did last night. The one thing Mississippi State did, sure, they threw the ball on Kentucky. Look at their rushing yards, though. They ran a little bit on them.
They tried to run. Well, they ate more clock than you normally see from a Mississippi State game. Go ahead.
But total only 94 yards rushing still. So to me, that still bodes poorly for Tennessee because they're not going to run the ball well. I think with that offensive line banged up. So to me, this is a game. Hendon Hooker's got to win them a game. And I think this is going to be the one he has to go win. Can he do it? Absolutely, but he's not shown that so far in these close games they've done.
I'm sorry, I thought you were going in this direction, and that is Mississippi State last night looked at Kentucky and said, we dare you to throw the ball. I thought you were talking about we're going to stop your run and make you throw.
No.
So that's where I was going to apologize. Go ahead. Well, I just wonder if Tennessee is going to be able to shut down Kentucky's run and force them to throw the way that Mississippi State was able to.
Well, I totally disagree on Kentucky. I think, for one, the trio, Liam Cohen, OC, Will Levis, quarterback, Wan'Dale Robinson coming in from Nebraska, they have completely changed this offense, and it's a lot more balanced than we've seen, and I think they can make some plays.
We did the numbers last week.
I like it.
They don't throw the ball.
But they can. They have that ability. They have not had that ability. If you don't respect it, if you try to put 7-8 guys in the box, they're going to throw it over you. Will Levis has had some clunkers. He's had some clunkers, but they have not had that ability. When you compare just the ability to do it, you didn't have to respect it.
Well, this is the first time in a while.
You have to respect it now.
First time in a while they have an actual quarterback playing quarterback. It seems like every year they wind up with a receiver playing quarterback.
Yeah.
So I'll give you that one. But you look at what Mark Stoops, again, they're throwing less than anybody in the league this year with that. Mm-hmm. With the new coordinator.
They don't want to build their offense around that. They still want to run the ball. They want to lean on Cavassier Smoke.
He's Jeremy
on
Pruitt.
Chris Rodriguez. But
he's Jeremy Pruitt grabbing Ty Hilton, grabbing Jim Chaney and tying their hands. Like, can we call a pass? No, you can't. Run it. I'm going to win with my defense. That's my opinion. We'll see. He'll come out and throw for 400 yards in the ball.
Well, I think the thing in this game, actually, it's the surprise of the year is that Tennessee's got a better defense, and where this defense has been good has been against teams that want to run with the running back in between the tackles. And right now, that would line up that Tennessee has a better chance in this game with the number of tackles of loss they have. Mm-hmm. And then you go, okay, then if our defense can get off the field, and now you're saying you're giving our team offense more shots, eventually are they going to break a couple? Yeah. And so then when you get up on Kentucky by 14, then they have to get out of their game plan of where they want to be. So I still think right now for me this game favors Tennessee, even though Kentucky's obviously now seeing this is the game plan that Tennessee is going to play us against us. And so they're going to try to have some counters off of that, but still it's hard to get out of what you've been doing since spring practice and training camp and all that time to go become something different to beat a system.
Vincenzo, what do you got?
Yeah, I think what Will said, is spot on. And what Mississippi State was able to do is they ran the ball a lot more than they have all season. So there was a little bit of an element of surprise. there as well. Does Tennessee have an element of surprise in this game? To me, you got to put everything into this game to try to win it, because this is what can make the difference from a 6-6 season to a 7-5. So what does Tennessee do? I think this comes down to the quarterbacks, because Hendon Hooker, you don't have much depth at the quarterback. I think you got to ride him. And like Ryan said, this is a game where he's got to win. And then turnovers is huge too, because Kentucky is minus 12 in turnover margin. They were minus 4 in turnover margin in that game.
Pick.
Pick. Yeah, exactly. So which Will Levis, to back to the quarterbacks, do you get in that game? That's going to be big.
I wonder if defensively Tennessee steals some of those 3-3-5 concepts from Mississippi State, because a lot of offenses compare going up against a 3-3-5 to preparing for the option on defense. It's just very different. And Levis struggled. He could not see the field well. And I wonder if you take some of those concepts, you kind of morph your front a little bit and see what you can do.
It's dangerous to go shifting what you do. Ask Missouri when they went up against Tennessee. All right, Ryan, David, thank you very much for being here today. I appreciate it. We'll see you at the end of the year, I'm sure. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. When we come back, we're going to run through some numbers, where Tennessee stacks up nationally, some interesting stuff there. Then we got a whole half hour of basketball coming. Mark Pankratz and Isaiah Victor are here. Much more to come on the Sports Source. Come on back.